Exchange rate rises in local markets as dollar selling platform in Iraq nears completion. I will show you the thousands of places where IQD's type of bank will be. Those are the CBI private banks where you can exchange the IQD for whatever currency you want. If you're at a bank in Michigan, it's converted to American dollars. If you're in Australia, it's converted to Australian currency, and so forth and so forth. For everybody outside of Iraq it will be super easy because of all of these exchange centers they are setting up. Saudi Arabia worked heavily to get Iraq ready to be able to have accession to the WTO. You haven't heard about that lately, have you? Probably not. I haven't really either. The truth is it is ongoing in the background. Iraqi banks outside of Iraq. When you visit one of these banks, it may be easier to ask for the currency of the country you are in. You can then transfer the monies into your PayPal or bank account, whereas you would not be able to transfer the monies, using the Iraqi dinar, then convert the currency once you're back in the United States into US dollars. I did speak with a redemption center/redeeming bank contact who said they are expecting to work this weekend. This was surprising. He did not know if they are doing year-end stuff or something else. They were asked to bring laptops for some reason. Maybe some kind of training, and they will be calling clients for wealth management, or will it be redemption related? They do not know. Remember that redemption centers/redeeming banks are part of existing banks. And many people trained for our exchanges/redemptions work for those banks in wealth management already. My contacts are trained by banks to exchange foreign currencies, and they work in wealth management for the bank. TV is talking about allowing electronic passports to the United States of America. Cities like Los Angeles and Michigan. They're saying there are large numbers of Iraqis in those two USA states. Iraqis in USA will have money to get back here. Maybe if they give us our money, these Iraqi citizens will be able to travel back to the country they left. We think this means something. Frank, you're seeing it correctly. Sadoni is reaching out brilliantly to the core of Iraqis that ran away back in 2003. Sadoni is welcoming them back and making it easy for them with these passports. How do you feel about Chase Bank being in your country? Aki, it's okay. We work with all kinds of banks. Chase is going to be the largest player in the exchange of the Iraqi dinar. Chase is very vital to our monetary reform success. Chase is not in Iraq to lose money. Get ready. The exchange rate is about to rise again. The dollar selling platform will stop, and the shock is coming. The dollar auctions are what's the problem. That's where the corruption is, and that's about ready to go bye-bye because Alak said he's getting rid of the black market. The things he's doing is naturally gradually getting it done. I think by changing the exchange rate with Article 12 in the Gazette, budget being exposed, we're going to find out. They're not paying salaries and not reopening the oil after losing $20 billion to keep the exchange rate at 1,310. That doesn't make sense to anybody. Mr. Sami told me the dollar auctions were the main and only thing that was holding down the value of the Iraqi dinar, and now that Iraq has opened channels to the international countries for money transfers, and when the black market of the dollar auction closes, it will allow the value of our currency to go up. Frank, I agree with him 100%, the stoppage of the auctions is the key to everything. All of the other dominoes are going to fall one after the other at a very fast pace. Sadoni is working very hard to make sure that he closes the auctions with everything in place in order to give you purchasing power he promised you. I am getting more rumors on rates. Two more contractors believes it will be in the $3.92 range. The one I have most confidence is still staying quiet on the rate. He says yes, we had meetings, and are negotiating rates, but nothing more. I am told by my CBI contact that if it is successful after monitoring for inflation, then if all is good, The CBI will launch the project to delete the zeros, and we know what comes next. They will have to also launch the new peg of the IQD to the new basket of currencies. Are you happy yet? Do you think the Iraqi dinar has anything to do with Trump's changes for the Middle East? What makes the world go round? What makes the Iraqi dinar new exchange rate powerful? Let's see. 3 hours after he became elected, he calls Sudani and he sends a team over there to talk about oil. Praying we get it before Christmas, but if not, it's really close. I hope the rumors are right and it's days not weeks. The financial advisor to the Prime Minister, Mazar Mohammed Saleh, announced that Iraq has emerged from the dangers of external debt. Saleh told the official newspaper that after getting rid of the heavy burden of its debts, Iraq has transformed from a country indebted to others to a country that can be a creditor to others, noting that the country is called the young creditor because it possesses a degree of youth in the economic aspect, which has raised its credit rating, despite the problems of the region. He added that Iraq has gotten rid of the burden of external debts for the first time, which had shackled it economically, noting that what remains of its debts to international parties constitutes less than $9 billion that will be paid between now and the year 2028. Saleh explained that debts are paid off through allocations in the federal general budget, noting that the ratio of debts to the gross domestic product does not constitute a burden on the state, as it amounts to 5% of the gross domestic product. He considered Iraq a well-fortified country, in terms of external debts. In other words, it is outside the risks of external debts, which gives the country high credit at the present time, noting that internal debts are confined within the government banking system. MP Yasser al-Husseini confirmed, on Wednesday, that there is increasing American pressure on the Iraqi government to pass the oil pipeline project extending from Basra to Aqaba. Al-Husseini said in a statement to Al-Maluma agency, the oil pipeline project extending from Basra to Aqaba represents a major drain on Iraq's wealth without any significant economic benefit to the country, noting that the project serves Jordanian and Israeli interests only. He added, "We have previously warned against this absurd project that lacks any commercial benefit for Iraq," stressing his rejection of the government's policies that insist on implementing it despite repeated criticism and warnings. He stressed that the Iraqi economy cannot bear ill-considered adventures, warning that the government's continued progress with this project will lead to a huge waste of the country's wealth. He called on the government not to submit to any international or American pressure to pass the project, explaining that the representatives will not stand idly by in the face of any policy aimed at destroying the Iraqi economy or squandering its resources. It is noteworthy that the Iraqi and Jordanian parliaments issued a joint statement yesterday stressing the importance of completing the project to extend